My name is Willona, for those of you who don't know, and I give advice, tips, and information on narcissism, narcissistic personality disorder, emotional abuse, and toxic relationships. So we're going to get started on this topic today. Won't be too long, hopefully. Just kind of depends on how good the topic is to me. So we're going to dive into this topic today. Talking about, is the narcissist happier with the new partner? So you're grieving the relationship, right? And especially if you were in a long-term relationship, even if you weren't in a long-term relationship, if it was maybe 1 or 2 years, when a breakup happens, it's natural to grieve it, right? You feel confused, you feel hurt, you feel disoriented, just an emotional basket case, right? Whether they broke up with you or you broke up with them really doesn't matter. If they broke up with you, they're gonna want to shout it to the mountaintops and let everybody know through rumors that they let you go. Good. Let them have it. It's just another need for them to control the situation. You know, it's okay. You don't need to prove anything to anybody anymore. So just let them have it. If you're looking for closure, girl, guy, you're not gonna get it. Okay? Hate to break the bad news to you, but you're not gonna get it. You close it. Okay? Say case closed, chapter closed, book closed, throw the book away, burn the book, but you close it. You close it because you're not gonna get any closure from this type of person. You want to be vindicated. That's not gonna happen either. Let the Lord vindicate you. And I'm not joking. I'm serious. Let the Lord vindicate you. Psalms 54:1, among many other scriptures that says that the Lord will vindicate you. But Psalms 54:1 is one that I know. You're not going to get vindication from this relationship. But let me not downplay your feelings, okay? Because breakups are hard. We all know that breakups are hard, especially, like I said, if you were in a long-term relationship. But I want to prepare you for what you're not going to get. And that's closure, or a sincere apology, or vindication from this person. So just don't even try to look for that, because it's not going to happen. You'll be waiting until you turn into a skeleton. So again, it's okay to grieve. It's okay to cry. Cry it all out. Get it out so you can move on. Most young people, though, they don't want to admit that they've been hurt or in pain, because this is the I'm a savage generation. This is the I'm heartless. I don't get hurt. I don't care. I'm not in pain. You're lying. Okay? You're lying. You're human, and you're made with feelings and emotions. So you hurt. Okay? What you need to do is tell the truth and shame the devil so you can go on and heal for future relationships. Okay? So back to this situation. So it hasn't even been a month. Or as crazy as it might sound, it hasn't even been a week. That sounds crazy, right? Sometimes because the narc knew that the relationship would crumble. He knew that the relationship was coming to an end. So he had back supply. The narcissist had backup supply, right? And all of a sudden, this new person submerges. You're like, where did this person come from? Whole new relationship. Out of the woodworks. And it's not just a fling. No. It's an all full out committed relationship. Right after you guys' relationship is over. So you like, was they cheating on me the whole time? Probably. Most likely. And guess what? They're going to make sure you know it. Right? Of course. Because it's the narcissist's nature. They want to make sure you know. They want to rub it in your face. They want you to know what you're missing out on. And they want you to know you messed up. And they want you to hurt more than anything. And they want everybody else to know it too. They want you to know it, and they want everybody else to know it, because they want you to be humiliated. So they're going to send out word through mutual friends. And they might even send you a direct message saying something like, hey, just wanted you to know that I've moved on. Hope you can too. So that's a little hint for, I have somebody else, and I want you to start thinking about it. I want you to start festering on it so you can go crazy, like old times, right? Don't fall for it, okay? But yeah, they'll send messages through mutual friends. They might send you a direct text message. But the absolute best way that they're going to let you know that they're with someone new is guess. Come on, guess. You are absolutely right. Social media. Because social media, for the narcissist, is the absolute best thing since sliced bread. Why? Because you can create a whole new person, a whole new life. You can create whatever you want to create for what you want to be perceived as, what you want people to think about you. You can create that image so that's the best place to do it, because nobody knows who you really are behind that computer. So social media is the best way. So what are they going to do? They're going to post pictures of them and their new mate in hopes that somebody is going to run back and tell you, in hopes that someone is going to screenshot it and send it to you. But the word is going to get out, and that's what they're hoping for. And another way that they want to put the word out, unfortunately, is they'll even use your kids. If you have children together, they will make sure that they send word back through the children to let you know that there is somebody else. Okay? So they're hoping that you're watching. All right? And they hoping that you heard it through the grapevine. And it might sound tempting, but please do not go on social media and stalk this person. Because if you do, you would have fell into the trap. It's not good for your healing process anyway. It's not going to benefit you. So, just try to refrain from going to look on their social media website. If you don't plan on getting back with them anyway, what would be the use? Why would you be doing that? So, a few things that's going to go through your mind when you're dealing with this situation. Number one is, of course, hurt. So you're like, dang, they look so much happier with them. They're more of a match than we were. Maybe it was me. They're going on trips. They're giving them all their love and attention and gifts that you fought for so long. And you think that the new person is getting all the benefits from all of your hard work that you did when y'all were together. Because you're thinking for some reason, okay, well, maybe the person got it together, and now they got it together for the other person, and they're reaping all the benefits of all the hard work you put in. And it don't seem right. It don't seem fair. And you might even get jealous. That's another feeling that you're going to feel. Jealousy of the new person, of the new relationship. My advice to you is don't feel jealous. Easier said than done. I know, right? Well, I'm going to tell you why you should not feel jealous. And I'm going to tell you how to overcome the feeling of jealousy that you may feel. All right. New person, same problem. That's it in a nutshell. Let's go back. Remember the cycle of abuse that you went through? That's the same cycle. Same exact cycle that they're taking the new person through. Right? So what you're seeing online is the love bombing phase. That's all you're seeing. So naturally, it's going to look like they're a match made in heaven. All right? But time will tell. You're going to see that time will tell and history will repeat itself. Why? Because the narcissist does not change. They don't change. Experts say it. Therapists, psychologists, neuroscientists, they say that narcissists do not change. Now, let me just flip it for a second, because I'm talking from a perspective of an intimate relationship. But I've heard of a lot of instances where people have a narcissist parent, a narcissist mother or father. And I don't want to throw it out and make you think that they don't have any hope. So, God is really the only one that can change someone. And I mean, it's true. There's no scientific evidence that there's a cure, or evidence of that these people can change. Yes, we know that. But God is the only one that can change the person. And I mean, for a better way of saying it, even though we think of those people as terrible people that has put us through a lot of stuff, God still created them, and God still loves them too. So we have to keep that in mind. That doesn't mean you have to sit around and take the abuse from the person, but we have to remember that God made those people too. The best thing that I can say for you to do is to intercede in prayer on their behalf. That doesn't mean you need to stay. Now, I don't know people's situations and family dynamics. I never suggest for a person to stick around in a toxic relationship, no matter what the family dynamic is, because it's just not good for a person, whether it's your mother or father or whoever. So I wouldn't suggest to stick around, but I would say to intercede on their behalf in prayer. But the experts say that there's no possible way for them to change, right? Unless they can help them. They can help them if they admit that they have that problem. But that would mean that those suppressed feelings, that true person would have to be brought to the surface. It would have to be brought to the forefront. And we know that can't happen. On the flip side, God says, we know God gives us a free will. So even God says before he can heal you, you have to confess your sins. So in the world, you have the therapist saying they can't be helped unless they admit it. And then you have God saying, I can't help you unless you confess it. So they're kind of saying the same thing. If they don't confess it or admit it, they're not going to change. All right. So back to what I was saying. So they're love bombing the other person. So don't be jealous. Do not compare yourself. Don't go looking on his page. As a matter of fact, block him. Just completely block him. Because if you're not looking on his page, he's going to be snooping on yours, and he's going to accidentally like something so that you can come to his page and see him and his new partner, or her and her new partner. It's a trap. You are really kind of doing yourself a disservice by comparing yourself to the other person. Really, you're just going to go and hurt yourself more. And I can see where you will feel jealous, but just know that the other person is being groomed just like you were. Just like you were. So don't think that they found somebody better. That's not the case. What happened is they found a better source of supply for the moment, because you wised up and stopped giving it to them. So that's all that's really happening. So don't overthink it so much, constantly going back and forth with yourself saying, well, what if that, what if this, maybe that. You know what it was. And really, you need to pray for the new person because they haven't got a clue what they've gotten themselves into. They haven't got a clue at all. It's really sad for them. Okay? And the new person or new supply is that thrill and that excitement all over again for them. It's that shiny new toy, right? Fresh out the box. It's just like a kid. It's just like a kid getting a new toy. All the old toys are tucked away in the back of the closet. And they're toting around this new toy like they're a brand new trophy, right? Until they get tired of that one, throw that one in the back of the closet. Then it's on to the next thing. The cycle, the sequel. Same stuff happens all over again. Same situation, new person. Really nothing for you to be jealous of at all. And even though it's painful, it's confusing in that moment, just kind of think about this. Do you think that a person that is empty and void on the inside, a person that is miserable and takes pleasure in hurting people, can love themselves? So if they can't love themselves, how can they love you? Hence, love the new person. They really can't, and they don't. They won't love the new person. And you really have to question a person that can move on from a long-term relationship so fast and not even give themselves time to heal. You got to kind of question that. What type of person does that? And I know some men sleep around to mask a breakup sometimes. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a full out, brand new, committed, I love you relationship. Or even more extreme, they get married again real quick after a divorce. You know, most non-toxic people want to kind of step back, analyze the situation a little bit after a breakup. You want to just kind of sit back for a while and just kind of take things in, do some soul searching, but not narcissists, not toxic people. The addict in them needs supply, and they need it fast. They need it quick, you know, and marrying quickly is securing the bag. It's securing the bag. And as a matter of fact, marrying and remarrying quickly is a clear, distinct sign that they are hunting for new long-term supply. Wash, rinse, spin, repeat. Wash, rinse, spin, repeat. Gotta be careful. Got to be careful. Right? All right. So I've seen too with marriages. I've seen this. I've seen where a person, they look at marriage like an achievement. So they don't want to seem like a failure, and they don't want to make it seem like it's something that they can't attain. You know, it's like to some people in some cultures, it's like a Mercedes. It's like you have to be married. It's not right if you're not in a marriage. If you're not, it's like you're almost like you're not whole. So some people look at it like that too. All right. Be aware that the new person will know all about you, not in a good way. You know, they're going to dog you out. You know, it's going to be, Willona was this. Willona was a horrible person. Willona did this. She did that. But obviously, it's so that they could be the victim, right? They want to make you out to be the monster. And when you left, whether it was your idea or their idea, you injured them. So you have to be the bad guy now. Don't be surprised. They'll parade the new person around and they want to make you regret leaving. They want you to regret it. They want to make you pay. And for a period of time, it might feel like that. For a period of time, you know what happens when you go through breakups. You get that hurt and you get that longing. And you think you made a mistake, but don't go back. Don't worry about it, because they're really just doing the same old two-step that they did with you when they first met you. So to answer your question, is the narcissist happier with the other person? No. They're not. They're still void on the inside. They're still empty. They're still miserable. They're still, they're playing a game. They are scratching for crumbs. They're trying to figure out who they can get next. Give it time. You will definitely see, like I said. Hopefully by this time, though, you won't even care. I mean, for me, I did all my crying in the relationship, right? I was hurting and crying and begging and pleading. We're going to work this out. But so by the time I got to the end of it, I was already fed up. I didn't care that someone else was in the picture. I didn't care. And to be honest, I hate to say it, but I was just like, as long as it's not me. That's their problem, not mine. As a matter of fact, be happy that they even found somebody else. I was ecstatic. Because, to be honest, I was being hoovered. So when the person presented the new person, the replacement, to me and the rest of the world, it gave me some relief, because it was like it took some attention off me, and he left me alone for a while, because it was like he was so busy with his shiny new toy. It was the biggest relief ever. So don't regress and, get all in your feelings, and don't, get into it with the new person. Don't be jealous of them at all. Leave it alone. Take this time to heal. You don't miss them anyway. You miss the fabricated, created illusion of who you thought they were. Pretty much. And you need time to even process and come to terms with that. Because that's just something in itself. That you were in a relationship that wasn't even real. So you got to process that. You don't have time to be trying to deal with the new person. Not your circus, not your monkeys. Okay? And the last thing is, do not try to warn the person. Please. I already said that they have already prepped that person. They have talked to that person and they have made you out to be a monster. Okay? They're not going to believe you. The new person is not going to believe you. They already put in work on that person in regards to you, just in case you tried. So you pretty much just going to look like the crazy obsessed ex. You don't want that. You've already went through enough with that, looking crazy. You're free. You're free. You're free from that. Let the hurt happen. Feel the hurt. Feel the hurt. Okay? Take the time to heal. Pray. Be around people that love you and support you. But don't go backwards. Do not go backwards. But don't try to warn the person, because they'll find out on their own. Nobody warned you, did they? No. They will find out on their own. So do self-care. and just move on with the relationship. As much as they try to throw it in your face that they're with a new person and they're so much happier without you and they're in love and everything is working out for them now because you're out of the picture, because you're the bad guy and they're the victim, don't fall for the okie doke, my friend. That is not the case. And you shall soon see that the same thing will happen with them as it happened with you. Thank you so much for tuning in.